The broken clock. James was a quiet man who loved his routines. Every morning, he would wake up, make a cup of coffee, and check the time on his old wooden clock. But one day, the clock stopped working. Frustrated, James decided to repair it himself. To repair means to fix something that is broken. He carefully opened the clock, but after a few failed attempts, he realized he couldn't do it alone. Feeling disappointed, he decided to call his friend Clara, who was good at fixing things. When she arrived, James apologized for bothering her. To apologize means to say you are sorry for something. Clara smiled and said, "Don't worry, I'm happy to help." As they worked on the clock together, Clara realized they needed a special tool. She asked James, "Can we borrow it from your neighbor?" To borrow means to take something for a short time and return it later. James was hesitant but agreed. They went to his neighbor, Mr. Benson, and explained the situation. Mr. Benson agreed to lend them the tool. To lend means to give something to someone temporarily. He said, "But please don't forget to return it." James promised he would bring it back as soon as they were done. To promise means to give your word to do something. Back at the house, Clara started fixing the clock while James watched. Suddenly, Clara's phone rang. It was her sister, and she needed Clara's help urgently. Clara had to leave before finishing the repair. James felt annoyed but didn't say anything. Instead, he decided to ignore his feelings and focus on the task. To ignore means to not pay attention to something. The next day, Clara returned and delivered some good news. To deliver means to bring and provide something. She had found a repair shop nearby that could fix the clock quickly. She suggested they take it there. To suggest means to offer an idea or advice. At first, James didn't like the idea. He thought, "I can do it myself." But after thinking about it, he decided to accept Clara's suggestion. To accept means to agree to something. When they went to the shop, the repairman fixed the clock in just a few minutes. James felt a little embarrassed for wasting so much time. He turned to Clara and said, "I'm sorry for being stubborn. Thank you for helping me." Clara laughed and replied, "That's what friends are for." In the story, you learn 10 useful words: apologize, borrow, lend, ignore, promise, deliver, argue, repair, suggest, and accept. This story teaches not only vocabulary, but also the importance of teamwork and being open to suggestion. Thanks for listening. Please listen and listen again and try to create your own sentences. Bye bye.